however. Yes, I certainly want to see it. Yes, Your Majesty, for your information, I would appreciate it if you would remember that I found them both late. If you plant a good seed and harvest it when the season is not yet over, the fruit will not be sweet. The fight between these two should be the most fun, and it will happen sooner than I thought. Yes, Your Majesty. And one more thing. By the will of Lucius Aurelius, ruler of the Roman Empire and all its colonies, the gladiator Narcissus is now ranked Primus Palamus. Yes, Your Majesty. I'll pass this on to everyone. Good, I'm going back to the palace. In the evening at the palace, Constance was taking a bath. Oh, what is that? It's an herbal drink. Thank you. I'll call you if I need you. You can go and rest now. Yes, ma'am. Constance. Talk to your father. I don't want to, but I have my father to worry about. Then let's talk. What was it like watching gladiatorial fights? It was a lot more fun than I thought it would be. Thanks for taking me with you. Do you want to go and see it again? Yeah, I want to see the fights again. I'm glad you had fun. Did you notice anything strange? No, nothing like that. Are you sure? You can tell me. Is the Emperor weird? No! That's not what I meant. Of course it's weird, because he's crazy. What about you? We can't even talk badly about the Emperor when he's not around. I won't even talk about telling him to his face. No, that's not what I mean. It's strange. It's strange to see the Emperor fighting in the arena. It's weird just killing people like that. It's all weird. But Dad, I don't know if I can say that. Do the others think it's normal? Yes, Constance. Actually, I wanted you to grow up not knowing the ugly side of this world. So I intentionally didn't talk about war or politics in front of you, but now, whether you like it or not, I think I should say some things. What? Everybody thinks the Emperor is crazy. One day I just wondered. To think. Maybe the Emperor wasn't always like this. Maybe he was a boy who just wanted to play. An emperor who loved knowledge so much couldn't accept and love his son, who just didn't like learning. The young prince was overwhelmed by the emperor's dignity, so he could not make a sound. He had no choice but to pretend that he loved learning. Then, when the emperor died, the imperial throne was given to this boy. When the worst man of his life was gone, the young emperor began to lead a riotous life. He drank until he passed out, then got up and drank again, and so on and on. But even so, amazingly, the empire prospered. There was a powerful Roman legion on the outside and powerful servants of the emperor himself on the inside. But the problem was, he was just having fun every day. The emperor turned out to be too carefree and did nothing. He had another side to him. What a beautiful stone statue. He had a lion's skin on his head and a club in his hand. Isn't that Hercules? It's for the good of Rome, so don't insult us. What's the matter, guards? Arrest these traitors immediately. I don't remember treating you badly. Why are you doing this? I'm sorry. I'm more afraid of the Senate than I am of His Majesty, who does nothing but amuse himself every day. You all like scary things. From now on, I will be your fear. Censor yourself. That's what you want. Attack. Didn't anyone know at the time that the emperor possessed such power? In fact, the emperor didn't have a chance to demonstrate his strength because the servants did his work for him 24 hours a day. Everyone saw that the emperor had a big body and muscles, but he had never used his strength before. So no one could have imagined that he would turn out to be such a monster. It's frightening. It probably was, because before that rebellion, the emperor was just an ordinary man. But whatever the truth, the emperor certainly changed at that moment. So you're saying the Senate is behind this? The message should have been delivered by now, but please don't worry too much and wait calmly. I think so too. It's so stuffy in here. What's that noise? The purpose of the Senate's existence is to give advice based on your experience to the emperor when he has questions. There was a rebellion in the imperial court today. Who is behind it? We will investigate immediately and report the result as soon as possible. You mean I won't get an answer right now? Yes, Your Majesty. We just heard about it, so, you are the senators who enjoy all the privileges of being here. Unable to give an answer to the Emperor's question. It's Lucilla! What? They planned the whole thing, Your Majesty. You mean it's my sister? Yes, it is. Shut up. Are you saying my sister and my whole family want me dead? I just have to kill everyone. At my mercy only 5 of you will be executed for participating in treason. Also, assemble the soldiers for another rebellion. I'll be back before sundown. What shall we do? The senators began to argue about who would be executed. After that dreadful host, no one dared raise his eyes to the emperor. As we know, there have been countless acts of treason since his reign. Among them were instances when the monarch personally led a legion and suppressed a rebellion, but, when the whole country completely turned against him, the monarch himself killed all those involved and stopped the war. I swear to the gods, nothing like this has happened since. This is ridiculous. I agree, it's ridiculous and irrational. But that's reality, and that's our emperor. Isn't he beautiful? You're right, Your Majesty. It's been a long time, Hercules. I'll ask everyone, this emperor or Hercules, which of us is greater? Hey, you! Answer my question. Of course, His Majesty is greater. Why me? Because Hercules is a legend. Did you really think insulting my favorite hero would leave you in one piece? Remove him from office and send him to the northern borders. Who's gonna answer this time? You answer it. Heracles is the son of Zeus, king of the gods. His Majesty is a great emperor, but I think Hercules, son of the gods, is a little more great. So you're saying that because my father, the late Emperor Marcus, was not great, neither am I? Are you sure you want to live? Guards! Cut off his tongue so he can't talk nonsense. Now, who's next? Why the silence? The people who rule a great empire have proven to be fools. I'm disappointed. You, in your armor. Yes, Your Majesty. Answer me or Hercules, which of us is greater? Though I'm not worthy of it, I'll answer your question. There's no need to compare you. What? Because Your Majesty is Hercules. Tell me more. Your Majesty's strength and valor are utterly impossible unless you are Hercules himself incarnate. As I see it, there is no doubt that His Majesty is Hercules, briefly returned to Earth in human form. Your words are incredible. State your name and title. Yes. Patricius Laetus. Such a wise and young guard, but only a patrician, for the empire it is the greatest loss. Appoint him to one of the 2 posts that have just been vacated. Somehow. Really? Before I met the emperor, I was just a commander without any special authority and understood nothing about politics. But one day, I don't know if it was coincidence or fate, I had one and I took advantage of it. I just couldn't pass up such an opportunity. Almost everything our family enjoys and lives now is the result of my choices then. That was a long story, wasn't it? Why do you think Dad told you all that? So I'd have a better understanding of what the Emperor is like? Absolutely. The Emperor. He's like a great and fierce fire. I know what it means, but I don't like it for some reason. Remember everything I told you today. You must be very careful with the Emperor. If you show him your fear, he'll want to see you feel even more fear. You must respect the Emperor. If you talk about what he wants to hear, then he will believe you are afraid of him. In Neru's room. Are you asleep? Not yet. I'm sorry, but I have a request.